morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, it's early.
It is indeed. Well, Reveille is sounding across the Union camps, the called arms, and we're back for session 3 of Three Cigars, so that's appropriate in its own right. Good morning to you, Roger. Good morning to anybody and everybody watching this after the fact. We're in for a doozy, I think, for the last two turns. I've been kind of sussing it out all week. Look at it a little bit, come back. Look at it a little bit, come back. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's normal. That is normal. But I do have a correction. And this affects you pretty significantly, and I want to thank Holger for pointing this out. He's actually pointed it out a couple of times, and it was only just recently that I went back and looked at the series rules, and this is a learning moment for all you kids out there playing great campaigns for the first time. You can play this for a long, long time and still get little teeny tiny rules wrong that have a great effect on your opponent's strategery. And I want to apologize to you, Roger, because I told you wrong. And here's what I did wrong. Specifically about the Harper's Ferry Bridge. Holger was pointing out, hey, even way back in McClellan's Opportunity, why aren't you blowing up the bridge? Blow up the bridge. And you asked me that, and I volunteered wrong information to you. I said, oh, when you blow up a bridge like that, it's a permanent bridge. When you blow it up, it reverts to a ford. Yes and no.
Right.
Yes and no. It does over a minor river. So if you blew up the one at Catoctin Switch, for example, that's a permanent bridge at 3421, indicating that here on the map. If you were to blow that one up, it would revert to a ford because it's on a minor river. However, if you blow up a permanent bridge that's not otherwise indicated that you can't, such as the C&O Canal, aqueduct and all that, if you were to blow up the Harper's Ferry Bridge, it would not revert to a ford across a major river.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I was wrong on that, and here's how I am suggesting to fix it. Obviously, you can't do it now because I've got Porter there. But what I'm thinking is, as a trade-off here, when we switch sides and play this again, and I play the Confederates, I will not make an attempt to blow up the Harper's Ferry Bridge because that would not be fair that I have that knowledge now and I could do that and great strategy. No, but I wanted this to be a learning opportunity as a correction for everybody out there that yes, if you blow up a bridge across a major river and there's no pontoon bridge there, there is no ford. So that is something that I learned or went back and reinforced today because that's important.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at the recording, so I don't know what the comments are. I'll have to read the rules too. I guess where I get it, because there are fords in the area.
There are.
I mean,
There are natural fords at shallow points
one
along,
right there,
across the major river.
there.
The difference being that at Harper's Ferry specifically, because it's across two major rivers there, really, the Shenandoah and the Potomac, it would not revert to a ford like normal. You would still have to make the opportunity to build a major river pontoon bridge across there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems like a fair.
Yeah. Now, Porter's probably not going to fight his way across there because we've seen how that works. But I think as a good trade-off, I will not make that attempt. I won't go and try to do it when I play. So I apologize for giving you incorrect information.
Oh, I got the rule book too. I've read the rules multiple times too.
But I think
major rivers don't come into play very often. I think that's why I'm not up to speed.
Right. I mean, in our last playthrough of Hood Strikes North, really, it was just the Cumberland River, and that was behind Nashville, so that didn't come into play at all. And everything else was the Harpeth and the Duck, and those are minor rivers. So yes, when we would blow up stuff there, it would revert to a ford in a non-rain turn. So lessons were learned, and I hope that was somewhat educational for you viewers out there as well. That's pretty important. So Holger, thank you very much for dogging us on rules like that.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
That's what that feedback section is for. If we did something wrong, feel free to call us out on that, and we will try to pick it up and make some kind of equitable correction for the future.
Well, I'm also, given the fact that I screwed up something that I should not have screwed up, which is the +1 when you're leading a Zoc. I think it's more than balanced out.
Oh, yeah. And when I went, I was going to make a note on that in there. I think I did. I did a little pop up on it. But when I realized, oh, he was still within 3 of Hood, that you could still get it even though you were not all the way you wanted. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I was worried that was an early big oops in the last session,
Yes.
but it did work out okay. So there was no harm.
Okay,
No harm.
good.
No foul.
Like I said, I haven't had a chance. I meant to watch the recording to see because I was.
Right.
As soon as you texted me that, I was like, ah. And the thing is, I'm 100% confident that when I was doing it in my head I did it right.
Right.
Because I was kind of surprised when he got as far as he did.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I must have miscounted when I was doing it in my head, trying to figure out who I wanted to move first and everything. And I was like, that should have been.
Well, what's cool about it is in your own words after the fact, you said, well, if I had only gotten a 4, it would have been okay but not great. And in fact, you did with the offset of the +1. You got a 4 instead of a 5. So it all worked out. It all worked out.
Yeah. Oh, good. And nothing downstream of that.
Nah.
You don't think caused
No, because everybody
okay.
was still within range of Longstreet for that activation.
Yeah, that was the whole crucial part of what I did there to do that night march. Was like, we have gone back and redone stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't like to share that, but it happens. It happens.
I think we did.
I like to edit for perfection, but we are far from perfect when it comes to this. What you're seeing is the wonderful illusion of perfection.
Perfection.
People say you play so fast. I'm like, not really.
Yeah,
it's 3 hours
I've had
cut down.
Other people say, "Oh, I watched the game. You guys are just."
Yeah, you know exactly what you want to do.
No,
yeah, right.
That's not the case.
But let's talk about these last couple turns here. I'll let you opine first if there's anything that you can think of that I kind of know where you're going to be doing. The onus is completely on me here, but if you have any thoughts on this, go ahead.
Yeah, now that I've kind of had a chance to kind of scroll up, now we are kind of now nice tight in the Sharpsburg area from a pure points perspective. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, but if you can punch a hole, then I'm in trouble. So, and I imagine that's what you're going to do. You're going to build up your forces somewhere and try a big attack.
Right.
And I just have to kind of think, try to take the punch. Kind of very historical, other than Jackson being. And I think I've accomplished a lot smashing the 6th Corps.
Yeah, I'm pretty reticent on that southern flank. Thank you very much for that.
But I think Jackson, can I do something with them? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. So that's it for me. I'm kind of.
Yeah, you got the perfect fish hook.
I'm the rope-a-dope now. Yep. Muhammad Ali versus Foreman.
It was George Foreman, right.
Yeah, did he just
take it,
put his arms up, took hits for 5 or 6 rounds, and then came up.
And many of our games have become like that. I've likened the Union position to it's rope-a-dope. Just take it. Find that point, that pivot point, and then give it back. Is that going to happen here today? Don't know. I'd like to think so, but there were other comments in the feedback on the last video of, wow, you really kept your cool. No, again, that's the magic of editing. Roger knows that I vented my spleen a little bit. Some of the frustration that I was experiencing there was palpable. I couldn't believe that. Not only that things were just the wheels were coming off the Union juggernaut, such as it is, but the fact that you just surprised the hell out of me with Jackson going on the offensive, and the many amusing calls for Franklin's removal and relief of the head of the 6th Corps are not incorrect. They're absolutely correct. I thought once the 6th Corps got across the Shenandoah, everything would be roses and sunshine, and here comes old Stonewall. So let that be a lesson to you. I should have just pulled up to the riverside and been very patient and waited and see if you could cover the fords, because while you're covering the fords, again, you're not covering Harper's Ferry, and you're not making a race back for Sharpsburg. So there are many small accommodations that can be made by the use of perhaps intelligent strategic thought. But I do not do that sometimes. So he paid the price for that, and that means I've got to rest those 2 divisions for turn 5. So clearly I'm on my safe side of the river. I don't know that Jackson's going to come pursue. He might. That's possible. But I've got to figure out what my plan is here on the northern flank. As exactly as you said, I got to find a hole, I got to punch a hole, and hold the hole for turns 5 and 6. That is the real trick of this one. That's what it's come down to. And you are just in this perfect defensive line, up and down, from Hood all the way down to Lawton. And that's really, that's the reality of the situation. If there's nothing else, I guess we can get underway. Well, I've got to do leader transfers first. I'm going to move Hooker and McClellan down to join Meade and Hatch. I'm going to leave Reno where he is, Mansfield and Sumner where they are. And I believe I'm going to bring Franklin down to Smith.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they all suck, but it really just depends. Or, like I said, is Jackson going to come running after him? I don't know. Maybe. And I'm going to move Porter back to Humphreys because Humphreys needs all the help he can get. And that is mine.
Pretty balanced for manpower. I figure out where I should put Longstreet and Lee. Guess I'll leave them where they are.
Okay.
People might have comments about that strategery. There's probably a right way to deal with the leaders in this scenario.
Do you have any attachments that you'd like to do?
Let's see. No, I guess I'm good for what I've got.
All right. Let me wish you good luck.
Good luck to you too.
Thank you. And here we are underway. Here's first initiative. 2.
1, yours.
Wow. I had not expected that.
I may be getting back to form here. Rolling ones.
Okay. I guess I'll have Reno activate the 9th Corps, including Sturgis. And we're going to have a march of +1. Yeah, that seems spot on. So, Reno's going to transfer to Wilcox. Cox and Wilcox will go there. Rodman will go to there. Sturgis will go to there. Initiative 6.
Yours.
Sumner is going to attempt an assault with both divisions on Lawton Stack here. So here is the assault attempt, and he can bring 1 in. So he will bring in Richardson. And now we're going to attempt a grand assault from McClellan. So he can get a pathway back around here. So Sumner requests grand assault from McClellan. Here goes. And it fails.
George.
Yeah. George is doing what George does best. Nothing.
Yeah, it really is amazing how the die roller seems to know who the counter is.
So this is going to be ugly. Ugly. So +1 assault, no tactical. So I'm at a -1 for ratio of 13 to 15. And -2 for crossing that creek. Burnside's Bridge Part 1. And then you've got 6 pieces of artillery to my 3. So -3, which I think in rough is die roll for you. So on even, it is used. So it's a -1 for artillery. Wow. So we're looking at a -3 attack. Yikes. So 1 up and 4 down for -3. Alright. Here's about to give you some more manpower losses here. So -3. Here goes the attack. That's 2. So it's a -1.
2.
Okay. So it's a -3 on 13. -3 on 13 is 2D. And nothing to you.
It's nothing.
Okay. So, boom, boom. -2. And done for the day. And flips. Okay. Well, this is, I think, going to be a recurring theme here, but we'll keep trying. Here's next initiative. 4.
6. I'm gonna pass. I don't want to use fatigues until I need to.
Sure.
So
Of course.
back to you.
All right. All right. We'll have Reno activate Sturgis and Rodman. Fatigue level 2. Here's their movement. +1. 4. Reno will transfer to the Rodman. And they'll go 1 to there. Sturgis will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay, initiative. 6.
4. It's yours. Oh, did you want to combine your cav? You certainly can.
Oh, I did. Of course. That was the whole reason I did all of that.
I was looking at that. I realized, popped in my head that that's why you were. So you're welcome to do that if you.
I had overlooked the cavalry attachments that I wanted to do, so you can see now that 6 US is now a 2, 1st New York is a 2, and 6 PA is a 2. So thank you, Roger, for reminding me on that. Alright, so I got the next initiative. I'm going to attempt an assault with Rodman and Sturgis using Reno. We're going to try it on Hood here. So here's the attempt, and it comes off with both. Alright, so we've got +1 for assault. We've got manpower covered. We've got tactical is the same. It's a -1 in rolling for artillery. So no flank. So it looks like a +1 and a -1 for an even. Okay. So here's the attack on Hood with an even roll. 3.
2.
That's +1. Okay. +1 on 11 is a 1D
for me.
1D for me. And you do have an option for a voluntary retreat if you wish. I'm going to take that.
No, they'll stay there. I think it's the smart part.
Initiative. 4.
1. Yours again.
We'll have Hooker activate Ricketts. And here's their movement. It's a 6. We'll transfer to Ricketts. And they will go there. Okay, initiative. 3.
1. Yours again.
Right. Of Mansfield attempt an assault with both of his divisions on Lawton, of course. So here's the assault attempt. It fails. Okay, initiative 4.
Yours again.
Let's try that again. Here's the assault attempt. It goes off this time.
Did you go in with everybody or just Williams and Green?
Yeah, the other one there is French.
Oh, that's second corps. I see. Yeah. Okay.
But let's see. Let's see if we can get a grand assault going from McClellan. It does.
Yes.
Hooray! I can bring in 2 hexes worth. So this is all in, baby. So we are going to bring in French, and we're going to bring in Sedgwick. All right.
Calculator time.
Yes, it is. All right, so we got 10, 23, and 13 is 36, as I believe. And you've got 15 in there. All right, so I've got +1 for assault, +1 for a ratio of 2 to 1. Got -2 for Creek. Antietam Creek. And now I've got lots of artillery. 3, 6, 9, 11. 11 to your 1, 2, 3, 6. So I've
6.
plus 5 in rough. So plus 5 in rough is no effect. Okay.
Wow.
So I've got 2 up, 2 down, it would seem.
Yeah.
So, all right, 2 up, 2 down, plus 0 attack. Here we go. Big money, big money. 3. Once again, middling. Oh,
2.
another plus 1. This one's going to hurt with 36. It's 3D. Throwing bodies at the floor.
2, 4, 3. 6.
2,
10,
3.
15.
20 manpower losses.
One DR for me.
You had 15?
Yeah. Oh, 1D.
Just 1D,
so
yeah.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the 1 off of
3. Take them all off Sedgwick. So, second core is done. 12th core is done. Getting towards the precipice here of my manpower losses are so heavy that I really got to get as close to Sharpsburg with as many people as possible to offset that. But for the moment, initiative 6.
6.
Hey!
Well, the line is holding, so I will pass again.
Right. We're going to activate Humphreys with Porter. There's a movement plus 1. Oh, Humphreys, you're adorable. He'll go there. Initiative 2.
3. I will pass again.
Humphreys to fatigue level 2. He will need an extended march. Movement 3. Extended march. He's just fighting me tooth and nail. Extended march plus 1. He's okay. So he can go 1, 2, and 3. Movement. Initiative 2.
I'll pass again.
Okay. Activate Morale with Porter. Here's movement 2. It's okay. He's just transferring. They will march in place. Initiative 2.
6. Okay. Yeah, Jackson's going to activate J.R. Jones. Here's his movement. 1 die plus 2. 7. He'll just send Jones by himself. He'll stay put. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To Harper's Ferry. Initiative 5.
6. I will activate Ricketts to fatigue level 2 with Hooker. There's movement 3. I'll go there. Initiative 6.
6. We'll pass again.
Okay. I'll activate the 60 US. Movement 7. They will join there. Initiative 3.
4. Pass again.
First New York. Movement 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative 2.
2. I'll pass again.
6 Pennsylvania will come out of their entrenchments. Movement 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Initiative 6.
Wow, tying you,
Yeah.
but I'll pass again.
Okay. 6 PA again. Movement. And they'll just join the 6 US.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, initiative 2.
Pass again.
All right. First Rhode Island way down here. Movement.
Oh,
Yeah, movement 9. comes the boys of the Ocean State. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Initiative. 1.
Pass again.
Okay. Rhode Island again. 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Initiative. 2.
2. Pass again.
I will pass as well. Yep. Ended the day. So that was a brisk turn 5. I think we barely did 30 minutes on that one. So I managed to accomplish a couple of small goals, and that was to prevent the entrenchment at the Antietam Ironworks and Hood. So at least the flanks are a little softer than the middle, but we recover. Everyone is recovered. Okay. So McClaws is starting to dig. D.R. Jones is holding the center, anchored down. Kershaw as well. All right, so we move the time to our final turn. Okay, so here we go. Turn 6 of 6. It's not going well, Roger. I am resigned to my fate. Now, that's not meaning to say that I am definitely feeling like I'm absolutely gonna lose. I'm just saying it's slim. It's very slim. You've got a really good entrenched position. Everything has to work flawlessly, and we've seen that that is never the case. And you have managed to reinforce Harper's Ferry, of course. So I got questions about what I need to do here. What do you think?
Yeah, you weren't able to get my flank. Obviously, that's where you're going to continue to assault, I would guess. I don't think you're going to, until you get desperate like I did last time and make a big attack across the bridge. Where are we at now for losses? I'm trying
Okay, yes, I am sitting at 20 straight up, and you've got, wait for it, 1. So I am at.
I should have 2.
You have 2?
I had 1 before we started, and I picked up another one.
Oh, of course, yeah. I didn't. I'm so used to marking my own. I didn't even mark the 1D that you took. So yes, so I'm negative 18 for that. So minus 18. Plus, you've also got the 12 points for the surrender of Harper's Ferry and capturing the depot. So that's another 12. So I'm sitting at negative 30 right now. So even if I get 1 space next to Sharpsburg, that's plus 25. I would still need to get a second space. So I would need to get at least 2 spaces next to Sharpsburg. The other possibility is to capture a couple of the Shepherdstown and Charlestown, maybe. The other possibility is Harper's Ferry, but as we've seen, that Harper's Ferry from that side is problematic. Battle Cat was just wailing at the door. Let me in, let me in, let me see your failure. Okay. Hi, hello. How you doing? All right. So yeah, it's gotta. I need some glimmers. I need some diamonds. So we may get to a point here with a couple of attacks. If they fail, then we can just call it. I hate doing that, but in this one, I think mathematically it does get to a certain point where I've dug the hole so deep that I would have to take Sharpsburg. Now, that's the difference between Roger and me, folks. Roger will play to the bitter end, and he will manage to get something into Sharpsburg. I will go, it's a Sunday afternoon, let's just go. But we'll try to give you some entertainment nonetheless. What do you think? I mean, are you content to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know as much as I say I don't care whether I win or lose. It does seem like when it gets right down to it, I'd rather lose big and maybe pick up a victory.
Right. Yeah.
Which is
well, everybody wants that
probably.
Cinderella story too. Yeah, I
Right.
would love for that, but this is it's blunt force trauma at this point. It's right there. It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. And the flanks have been refuse on 2 occasions now, and Harper's Ferry is
Yeah.
hard. But we will
Yeah.
we'll give it a shot.
Yep.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Let's do leader transfers. I'm gonna move. McClellan. Where do I want McClellan? I'm gonna move him to Sumner, and I'm gonna move Hooker up to Meade. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna move Reno over his stack here, and I'm gonna. You know what? We'll telegraph. I'm gonna go with the northern approach here. So McClellan will go up and join Reno. So
Okay.
that's what I got.
Okay. I'm gonna move Longstreet and Lee down to DR Jones. Get everybody within range. I need to. And I'll leave Jackson where he is and Stewart where he is, because I gotta leave Stewart where he is. That's all his guys are down there. So that's
Right.
it for me.
Okay. Well, I guess we're off to the races. So here's our first initiative for the final turn. Ooh, 6. Oh, come on! Why do you break my heart, die roller? Why?
Well,
Every time.
What am I going to try to do with that, though? That's the problem. Is there anything to do with that? I'm going to pass. I think I gotta. I can't see reinforcing Hood.
Right.
I need counterattack. I think probably is my best bet. So I'm going to pass.
Okay. I'll march Couch. He'll come out of his entrenchments. Here's his movement. Straight up. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. 6 again.
3. It's yours.
Alright. Franklin will activate the 6 Corps. Come out of their entrenchments. Here's their movement. +1. 7. Couch will go 1, 2, 3 to there. And Franklin will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Slocum will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. 3.
3. Jackson will activate AP Hill. His movement 1 die +2. He could go 7 hexes if he wanted to. He'll go 1, 2, 3. He'll stop there. Initiative 4.
4.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Franklin will activate all 3 of them again. Here's their movement +1. 5. Couch will have an extended march. Smith will force march. So he's going to flip. Before I do that, let's see. I'm actually going to move Franklin down to Slocum. Smith will force march. And here is, so he's got an MP of 5 at the moment. Here's his force march roll. Okay, so he's going to lose 2 manpower, but he's going to get an additional 5, so he's 10. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. Do I take the final step? Because I don't know. Yeah. We'll keep him there. Slocum will also force march, so he flips. And here's his force march roll. He gets an additional 2. So he's got 7 movement total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to there. And Couch's extend march +1. He's okay. He's also going to force march. And he'll get an additional 2. So he loses the manpower. He's down that. And he's got 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to there. Initiative 2.
5. Well, sir, I did not think of that. Very nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Okay, Longstreet's going to activate Sims. Fatigue 1. He loses his entrenchments. Here's his movement. 1 die plus 2. Well, he's just going to do 1, 2, 3 to Mount Airy. Initiative. 1. I think you may be on mute.
Of course I am. So Franklin activated Slocum and Couch.
Yeah.
And they rolled a 6, or 5 plus 1 is 6. So Franklin will go with an extend march on Slocum of plus 1. He is going to lose a, let's see, it's a 7 on 8. I think that's just 7 on, yeah, just 1. So he's going to lose a manpower, and they're going to go 5, 6, so they can get to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Couch's extended march now of plus 2. He's also going to lose a manpower. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Shepherdstown. Okay, initiative 3.
4. Stewart's going to activate F. Lee and Hampton. Here's their movement. 2 dice plus 3, I think. 6. Okay, because they're not going very far. 1, 2, 1, 2. Stewart's going to go with him. And they're just going to join Sims. Initiative 4.
4 as well.
Okay. Okay. Continue to reinforce Longstreet Parham. Here's his movement. 4. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative 4.
6.
It's yours.
Do the first Rhode Island. Here's their movement. 9. Go 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative 5.
3. Yours again.
Alright, might as well start taking this in pieces if I can. So Reno's going to activate Cox and Wilcox for an assault on Hood. We'll go to fatigue level 1. Here's the attempt. It comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll call for a grand assault from McClellan. Let's see what we get. No, of course not. On this day of days. Alright, so we got 13 to 8. So we got a plus 1 for assault. We do not have tactical. We do not have a ratio. 5 to 6, so minus 1 on artillery. With just another even die roll.
Okay.
Alright, here's an even die roll. Come on, boys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mush. Alright. So negative 5. 13.
Ooh.
Yeah. 3D. 2 off of Wilcox. 2 and 1 off of Cox. And 3 more manpower. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Certainly not going to win that way. Initiative 1.
1.
Yeah.
That's still mine. Jackson's going to activate AP Hill to fatigue 2. which is movement 1 die plus 2. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. I'm going to stop there. Initiative 4.
2.
Okay. Jackson's going to attempt an assault on Couch, AP Hill. Here's the attempt. Comes off. So this is going to be +1 for type, +1 for ratio, +2 for tactical, and -1 for artillery for a +3 final.
Okay. Need a big stop here. Come on.
Here's the attack roll. 6. Wow.
It's 4. 5 on 5 is 2DR. Wow. Okay. I think we're almost done here, folks. I think. And he is there. And he has to skitter away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And that was, for me, it was a end action. Just EA. So he does take Shepherdstown back. Initiative?
Got you 2 points back.
Yeah. 6.
5.
Okay. I'm going to pass.
Well, I might as well keep digging the hole. What the hell? Alright. Franklin's going to attempt an assault with both Slocum and Smith. Try it on Stewart here. Stewart has the option to retreat if he wish.
No, that's why I put him there.
I figured.
Give him some tactical.
Sure. Alright, so here's the attempt. It's 3, so they both come in.
Okay.
So I got a +1 assault. No tactical, no ratio, but I've got 7 pieces of artillery to your 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 to 4, so I cover. So I just see a +1.
Yeah.
All right, +1. Here we go. 5 becomes a 6.
Nope.
Yeah, got a +2.
Enough. That gets him out of there.
+2.
+2 on.
That's still a 1 DA for me.
Have 3, 4.
Is that right? It is 6 and 5. Yeah.
6.5. So does that mean I go on the 7 or the 6?
I believe you round. You just chop it rounded down in the defender's favor, so it'd be a 6. You'll be on the 6 column. It's worse for the attacker and better for the defender.
Okay, so it's just a DR for me then.
Yeah.
And they can treat 2 hexes.
Mhm.
1.
And I think Dunker Church is your only option because that's the only one
that's
not
what I think
Vassal.
too. I was
Yeah.
that was. I think
Okay.
that's it.
All right, and we're gonna move Slocum into there.
Oh,
Hooray! 25 points! Yay! For the moment. And I'm gonna take the 1 loss off of him. Initiative 6.
that's your net.
Hooker is going to activate both his units, Mead and Hatch. Here's their movement. 4. They will come out of their entrenchments, and they will move there. Initiative 4.
1, yours again.
Hooker's going to activate all 3 for an assault on Kershaw. Okay, here's the attempt. 2 of them can come in. Yeah, I'll do Hatch and Ricketts will actually go in. Okay, so it is +1 for the assault. No tactical, no ratio. Artillery's +4 in rough, which I don't think is any effect.
Yeah.
Rough is +4, yes, just no effect. Okay.
Yep.
And then -2 for the Greek. So we're looking at a -1 attack. So here's -1. It's a 2. You're safe.
2.
Okay, so a 0. On 16 is 1D for me and a D for you.
Okay.
Take that off of hatch. Okay. All right, initiative 4.
6. Okay, Longstreet's going to activate Claws, Hood, and DH Shield. Alt fatigue 1. Here's their movement. 8.
And I've got cav options here.
Yes.
So, whom would you like to move first? And we'll just take it in turns.
I'm going to move DH Shield first.
Okay. So, 3. I will take the 6th Pennsylvania. He will flip and get a fatigue and do a straight up cav retreat roll. And they lose a manpower. And you lose nothing. It's just ridiculous, man. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, go ahead. Yes, so that's a +2 to that roll, so it's a 3 then, and but I still lose the manpower, and they go with them. Apologies. So 1 movement point off of you.
Okay, and then the first New York is going to stay.
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 to there. Now I'm going to move Hood. So first New York, stand.
Yeah, they'll stand.
Hood's just going to do 1, 2 to there. That was stupid. I should not have moved him first. That didn't matter. Doesn't matter? No, it doesn't matter. Claws loses his entrenchments.
And we will
First New York.
Yeah, we'll make an attempt on that one. So here's their
Okay.
straight up die roll. There we go. So he loses 3.
So he loses 3. He's down to 5. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3 to there. 4 to there. So he would have 1 remaining. So he'll stop their initiative. 5.
1.
1. So manpower losses, you're at 28.
I am at 28, yes.
So with the 25, that's -3.
Well, you've got 2, so it's a net of 26. Negative. So right now I'm at -1. Yep.
-1, and then I've got the Harper's Ferry is
+12, right? Yeah. So so -13 is where I'm standing right now.
-13. Okay.
Now at the at the moment that will be offset by 6 of your divisions that can't.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. So 12.
Yeah, so they offset the Harper's Ferry, right? So it'd be a -1 right now.
And you've got to get to.
I've only got to get to 0. 0 to 14 for Union marginal.
Oh, you only get to 0.
Correct.
Oh, wow, I'm reading that chart wrong. And you're at negative.
I'm at -1 right now.
-1 right now. Yeah, we'll take McClaws to fatigue 2 with Longstreet. Here's his movement. +2 is a 7.
These guys are just clutch, man. Just getting all these wonderful rolls.
And Lee will transfer to him. He will make a prepared attack on Slocum. So it's going to be a +1 for type. Tacticals +2. There's no terrain. -1 artillery. The final flank. Okay, I've got.
Yeah, let's start with the main one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually 2 of them are going to come off. So this one and this one.
Franklin.
Yeah. So it is a +2 flank.
+2 flank. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5 up and 1 down for +4 final.
Okay.
Here we go. 3.
It's a 7.
Ooh.
There's what I needed. We've rolled it back here. We did not count that the McClaws had a 2-to-1 ratio on Slocum, so the final result on that last one was actually a +2, which would force a retreat. So we're going to, I'm going to go 1 and 2 to there, and the hex is yours if you wish.
Yes, and that's the only difference, right?
Yeah, it was +2, so it's
Yeah.
yours.
Okay. And I still lose a manpower and.
Yes, you still lost the manpower.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Let
Sorry
me
about that.
let me make
Internet.
sure. So I had a 4 and it was 2. So yeah, I was just a DR. Right. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
That's
Sorry
pretty.
about that.
Yeah, no problem. The next initiative, then I won officially, so I will not pass.
Yeah.
Unless you want to re-roll it, it's fine.
No.
Okay. So now I am forced to take action because I'm still at a -26 now. I guess really all I can do at this point is just make a couple of big attacks here. Hope they go well, but we know they're not going to go well. That's positivity, Patrick. Rodman or Reno will activate Rodman. Go to fatigue level 2. Here's his movement +1. It's 4. Okay. He will transfer to Rodman. Rodman has an extended march +1. Don't care. Did not fail. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative 2.
1.
Summoner will attempt an assault on Lawton. So he will take Sedgwick and Richardson to fatigue level 2. Here's the assault attempt. It comes off with both. McClellan will be requested ever so nicely for a grand assault. And fails again. Alright, so we've got +1 for the assault. No ratio. 5 artillery to your 4 in rough. So go ahead and do a die roll. Of course it's used. Alright. So 1 up. -1 artillery. -2 creek. River, whatever. So -2. Man, I cannot catch a break on this one. Alright. -2. Here we go. Bam! It's a 1. And it's a -2. So I think that's going to go ahead and do this. I don't really have any desire to keep digging a hole. I know out there, folks, you want me to, but it's just it's not gonna get any better. So I lose what, 14 and -2, so another 2D. Yeah, it's gonna put me over the 30 mark, or at the 30 mark. So we're gonna take a 1 off of each. Boom. Fatigue them out, and I'm just gonna call this a loss because my one moment there with Slocum, you managed to knock him away, and I'm not going to get another beachhead and just everything. McClellan has denied every request because historically that's what he did. So let's officially tabulate this. What I do have going in my favor is so manpower losses then are I've got 30 and you've got 3, so -27. The +12 and the -12 are going to even out because you have 6 divisions that are no longer in communication range with Harper's Ferry or Shepherdstown or anything.
Shepherdstown, yep.
So those negate. So it's a -27. That is, yeah, Confederate substantive. So we will, we're coming up on 2 hours, so I think that was appropriate because really, I mean, the only option I had left was Mansfield, and I needed to get McClellan down to. I thought about moving him once again to try to just do this super big attack, but I'm just never getting. I'm not getting tactical on any of the Confederates. I'm not going to get a ratio bonus because you've managed to put just the right amount to supersede a 2-to-1 ratio, and in every attack in that rough space, you got artillery. So I'm beating my head against a brick wall here, man, and it hurts. It hurts. And you see that those of you watching this after the fact, you see that I've put a little mush on there. People are asking me, especially those of our friends that are watching from far and away, not from the United States. Mush is a character from the movie A Bronx Tale, and he's described in there as a degenerate gambler who always loses when it comes to any kind of game of chance. So throwing dice, he's always going to fail. But not only that, he affects all of those around him. He's a cooler. And so after a while, Chaz Palminteri tells him, put him in the bathroom, get him out of my sight. And every time they go to the track, if he's betting on a horse, that horse is guaranteed to lose. So that is mush, and that's exactly what I am articulating here every time I call for that grand assault. Fail. Or the 6-1 split. That happened again today. So Roger, congratulations, man. That was a very good game. I wish some of the things I was trying had gone a little bit better, but it's dice, and dice are always going to do that, and I'm okay with that.
This is one of those where I don't feel like I won. I just don't. I think your moving 6 core up was brilliant. I didn't even see that coming. And I know you're probably going to, for those of you who are watching, you probably aren't aware, we made a ratio error and we had to rewind a little bit, which turned out in my favor. But if this had, historically, this is a huge defeat for the Confederate Army. They got no way out.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm gonna say historically, this is a victory for the Union Army.
Well, this reminds me of going back to when we played the Battle of Nashville.
Yes.
And I completely surrounded Brentwood and everything, and on paper, I still lost because I did not accomplish whatever the victory point schedule was.
Victory point condition, yeah.
In this case, yes, you have 6 turns, and I've got them completely surrounded, all avenues blocked off. We're probably suing for peace, but that's still considered a Confederate victory.
Victory, yeah. Which I don't feel like this is a win. I did not see you moving, like I said, 6 core up. I was anticipating you trying to get to Harper's Ferry and get a flank on, attacking me from Chambers Farm is what I was anticipating. And so that was what I was blocking. And then when you ran north, I was like, oh, no, what am I going to do?
Right. I'm kind of kicking myself in one instance on the decision point of that was I chose, and I'll have to look at the exact procedural, but I chose to transfer him first, and then I moved the first unit, and then I got this super big force march. And I got 10, and then I was kicking myself. I should have kept him there, because then that would have I could have put him all the way to there where Lee was. And that was my decision point. It's like, do I go for Mount Airy right now and suffer a counterattack, or do I just set it up and figure that Jackson is going to pursue, and I wanted to block the fords here, so I had at least protection. And then Couch just getting the I'll go ahead and say it, piss poor march roll. I at least got him to Shepherdstown for a moment, and again expecting a I expected Jackson to come pursue. I did not expect him to get the super big rolls and this super nice attack. So that 2 points there, for a moment there was a swing. If I had that while I still had Mount Airy, then the game would have been mine. So I would have been in a position to pass a little earlier than that. But I'm glad we did correct that error with the ratio, because I would have felt bad if I had passed and you passed, and we ended the game, and then we caught it. I caught it in post. So that was a good catch. And and you got Mount Airy back. But again, they're completely surrounded. They're blocked in all avenues from retreat. So I don't know how that's considered a victory, but it is. It is indeed. It was hard fought.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I would have had to. I still had 1 fatigue with Jackson. I would have had to try to fight fight my way through Franklin's Corps, which may have opened up another gap for you to come in.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, that achieved what I hoped it was going to do, which was to pull some folks off the line. But the problem was you were pulling all of the little negligible ants and stacking them up as one big force. And then bringing McClaws in was great, because that was, and what they did not see, because we rolled it back, was D.R. Jones was going to split off and come make a second attack, and that's when we realized the mistake. So you had options for that, but I had to maintain the blockade completely, So that's why I was
Good.
worried that perhaps Dr. Jones or Hood was going to go up there, and if I moved like I did there, moving Reno, that Sturgis would be a weak point. Now you could punch through that and get your 12 points back. So it was a lot of just shuffling there. I question whether I should have moved McClellan up there to begin with to telegraph that I was definitely doing the north, but that failed. Like I knew it was gonna fail. Of course it's gonna fail.
I was that's kind of the issue with the Antietam battlefield, isn't it? That you're basically having to attack the north and the south, and McClellan has to be in two places at once to pull off a grand assault.
And he doesn't do it anyway.
And he doesn't do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I think I got the one when on the McClellan's opportunity. I got the one that I needed at the very end to come off.
I think what's most frustrating is he does it when it doesn't count. And
Correct.
when it doesn't matter, it's like,
Yeah.
sure, attack those cavalry, go ahead. And then when you really need it, it's just a clutch moment, and he goes, no,
Yeah.
come back later.
And then you get that +1 where that if you
Yeah.
had the reshow or taking off the artillery, it would have been a W.
It's
So,
grueling.
Yeah,
This is a, so I cannot speak highly enough of this scenario. I love it. I love the sandbox portion of it. And of course, when we play next time, we're going to get a completely different variant, which is going to be awesome too. So it's wonderful in that don't let my moroseness here at this, almost woulda coulda heartbreak. Still a fantastic game, Roger. You're a wonderful opponent. It's just like, if only, if only, if only. And I think that's the sign of a great game, is that if only this die roll had gone just a little my way. The problem is they start to pile up, and I get dice fatigue.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the good thing about the system, but it's also the bad thing too, that it's mentally exhausting because you're already calculating the maneuver aspect of it, right? And then you got to get into the accounting part, which is fine too. But then the vagaries of war, and no plan survives first contact with the enemy.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe Laverne said that. Maybe it was Shirley. I don't remember who it was, but
Or you're thinking, you got a 80% chance of not getting, or wherever getting the 1 is. It's not 80, wherever that is.
It's
and you roll
84%,
1 3 times in a row, and it's like,
oh yeah,
all I need to do is not roll once,
Yep.
1 out of those 3 times, and you nail it each time. It's like, or not get the 6 to pull off a grand assault.
Well, and I'm also questioning the folly of trying to do. The only reason I did the cavalry retreat up there on that was because
that made
Hood
a lot of
rolled
sense.
it. Yeah, you rolled a 6, and I was like, I've got to reduce this down a little bit. And of course, they rolled a 1 on the big stack, which it is what it is. But we'll go ahead and put a pin in it here, and we will thank you all for sticking with these 3 episodes for this. Don't know if the next one's going to go, but perhaps figure that the breaking it into 3 individual sessions works out pretty well. So thank you for enjoying the episodic format of this. Take a moment, please, and click that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And of course, that feedback section down there at the bottom. Boy, howdy, we want to hear your comments now that we've wrapped all this up. Good, bad, ugly, I can take it. I'm a big boy. Battle Cat is here. She says, write something in. She wants to hear that too. So Phoebe says hello. And if you want to contribute monetarily, I'm showing you our supporters right now. That is awesome. We really appreciate it, but it is certainly not expected. It's just a tip jar. If you're enjoying it, throw a couple shekels in there for us. For the McClellan Fund. For wayward generals who wish not to fight on a battlefield. Roger, any final thoughts for the group before we let them go?
Appreciate the comments, everybody. Keep them coming, and definitely if you can, contribute. And I hope everybody's enjoying this, because I certainly am.
I am too, and I cannot wait now. My brain is, I'm going to shake it off, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen when I take the Confederates next time. So tune in here next week, folks. We'll be back with a new variant and a whole new game and lots more heartache. Maybe. Nah, it's going to be great. Anyway, have a great one, Roger.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.